President Trump, who is about to head to Pennsylvania, let's listen as he takes some questions from the press.
With AI, we have tremendous investments being made, literally trillions of dollars of investments being made in our country on AI, artificial intelligence. I don't know if the word artificial is a good word, but that's the word. That's what they've chosen. So I think we're going to have a very successful trip. We had a good call with the Texas congressman this morning, as you probably heard, and that went very well. And you have any questions? Yeah. Very slight. Essentially, they were exactly as anticipated. Very low inflation. So what you should do is lower the rate. The Fed should lower the rate immediately. We had a big win with the Supreme Court on the Department of Education. We want, as you know, we want to bring education back to the states, take the federal government out of it. A little tiny bit of supervision, but very little, almost nothing. Like to make sure they speak English. That's about all we need.
Mr. President, you might be in a struggling failing school right now.
Well, we have school choice, and we're getting school choice approved all over the country. We just got it done in Texas, and school choice is the answer. Yes, I still. Well, at the end of 50 days, if we don't have a deal, it's going to be too bad. Well, the tariffs are going to go on, and other sanctions go on. No, he shouldn't target Moscow. No, we're not looking to do that.
Mr. President, why are you giving Mr. Putin 50 additional days to prosecute his war against Ukraine?
Oh, I don't think 50 days is very long, and it could be sooner than that. I don't think 50 days is very long.
Mr. President,
you should have asked that same question to Biden. Why did he get us into this war? You should ask that question. Yeah, and what did he tell you? Why did he get us into this war? You know why he got us in? Because he's a dummy, that's why, and you don't cover it right. But you should be asking that question to Biden. Why did he get us into this war? Because he's incompetent. It would have never happened if I were president. Go ahead. So we made a deal with Indonesia. I spoke to their really great president, very popular, very strong, smart. And we made the deal. We have full access to Indonesia, everything. As you know, Indonesia is very strong on copper. But we have full access to everything. We will pay no tariffs. So they are giving us access into Indonesia, which we never had. That's probably the biggest part of the deal. And the other part is they are going to pay 19%, and we are going to pay nothing. I think it's a good deal for both parties. But we will have full access into Indonesia. And we have a couple of those deals that are going to be announced. India basically is working along that same line. We're going to have access into India. And you have to understand, we had no access into any of these countries. Our people couldn't go in. And now we're getting access because of what we're doing with the tariffs. So they're paying 19%, and we are not paying anything. And they're going to give us full access into Indonesia. Now, Indonesia has some great product, and they also have some very valuable earths and various other materials. One of the things, as you know, they're known for is very high-quality copper, which we'll be using.
Texas, sir. Do you believe your tariffs might have led for inflation to increase last month? Do you think they had any role?
Well, we had very little inflation. I don't know. Who do you work for?
USA Today.
What?
USA Today.
Oh, well, they wrote me a beautiful article the other day, so I can't get angry at you. USA Today just wrote a very good article about me. What's that all about? So I can't get angry at you.
On Texas, sir.
No, there was very little inflation, as you know. The numbers were very good, very much inside the margin. So we've had no inflation. All we have is we're making a fortune. We are taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. You saw we had a surplus of $25 billion last month, which we haven't had in many, many years.
Sir, on Texas.
Mr. President,
We are doing it because I'm able to do it. Nobody else would be able to do it. We have tariffs going on because we want tariffs and we want the money coming into the United States. But more important than the money, there's two aspects to tariff. There's the money, which comes in. The other aspect is that rather than paying the tariffs, the country or the company will build in the United States, make their product in the United States, and that creates jobs. And I would say of the two, probably the more important to me is that. Yeah.
Sir, on Texas.
Are you on Ukraine's side now?
No, I'm on nobody's side. I'm the no.
Why?
I want to. You know what the side I'm on? Humanity's side. I want to stop the killing of thousands of people a week. I want to stop the killing. I want the killing to stop in the Ukraine-Russia war. That's the side I'm on.
Mr. President, your daughter-in-law said that there should be transparency in the Epstein case. Do you agree with her, sir?
The Attorney General's handled that very well. She's really done a very good job, and I think that when you look at it, you'll understand that. I would like to see that also, but I think the Attorney General, the credibility is very important, and you want credible evidence for something like that. And I think the Attorney General's handled it very well.
How many more
The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on that.
What? On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein. On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No. She's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well. And it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
On Texas, how many more?
So the president answering a whole range of questions, and I want to bring in senior national political reporter Jonathan Allen. Jonathan, if we can tick through a few of these, I'm going to start there because this has become such a point of contention and has split the White House with a lot of MAGA world. They want those files that now the president seemed to indicate it's all made up. Sticking with Pam Bondi, what do you make of that particular Q&A?
Well, I think this is the position the president has had. He likes having Pam Bondi as his attorney general. He believes that she is doing the job that he wants her to do, even if that's not the job that some of the MAGA base, including his own daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, would like to see. You just heard him, and I think it was very important to follow the exact words he used. He said she should release files that she finds credible. And he said it right after saying, basically pitching this at the Democrats, saying that Jim Comey and Barack Obama are the ones that put together these files. It'll be fascinating to watch how this unfolds, but for now he is very much sticking with Bondi and not putting any real pressure on her to actually disclose what the MAGA base wants.
Yeah, suggesting now that they were made up. I also want to ask you about his comments on tariffs. He did say correctly that the new inflation numbers were exactly as anticipated. They were anticipated to go higher. It did go higher. Economists suggesting that they're going higher because of tariffs. And then he talked about a deal with Indonesia, potentially a deal with India, saying, and now we will have access. We had no access to those countries. Help folks understand that.
Yeah, Trump talks in black and white, talks in extremes, yes or no, and he seems to be doing this with the countries that he's talking about trade deals with. We do trade with Indonesia, we do trade with India, we do have access to their markets, and at the same time, his administration has identified what they consider to be barriers toward a more fair trade. And so it's really more nuanced than that. I think what he's saying is he wants us to have easier access to their markets, and he wants them to have more difficult access to ours. That's why you see us raising, Trump wanting to raise the tariff on Indonesian goods coming into the United States, for example. So, what he's saying, again, is an exaggeration of the truth at best.
Jonathan Allen, thank you.